combination between two great visionaries from two parts of the world. We're talking about Cradle FM in Canada and Resto Freak FM in the United States. What a big combination. What a manifestation of a dream that's been held in focus for quite a long time. Right in the city of Maple Heights, I'm representing all our people. And my name is Oluwatonyo Jeremy, the one you know as Papa T, the small man, like they say, with a big heart. On the other part of the divide, a man I saw about 2 months ago physically, and I was glad that it was so. Aki Samuels, Aki Ayedun, the Don Gorgon of Waterloo, of Kitchener, name them. The man has his hand in almost every area. He's a big Don. Aki, what's up, man? It's nice to have you. Finally, the dream is coming alive.
Having to have a plethora of accolade coming from you from that side of the world to this side of the world and having to sound like that, it reminiscence of the good old days. And I think it's a blessing, first off, for us to be able to reconnect on a platform like this and to be able to see ourselves as back in the day, 20, 25 years, going to 30 years, we were still working, satisfying the curiosity of some people. But right now, we're bosses, and it's a blessing, and we can only give God the glory for that. And like I say, this has been a long time coming, and I love this. I love what I'm seeing. Right? It's just like you're gonna be seeing us having the itchy fingers and all that. When I do this, he's gonna do his own. You know what I'm saying?
You mean something like this?
When I do so, he's gonna do his own.
You
Then
mean,
we chase
you mean
ourselves
something
like,
like this?
oh my god, you know. And a lot of people might not know, right? You see, for me, I love giving flowers and accolades to people that deserve it. And I must say, not because you're my brother, not because you're my friend, because those are two different things. You could have a brother that's not your friend. You can
That's
have a
right.
friend that's not your brother. You encompass both for me, and I can't even say thank you enough. For the push, for everything. And I know a lot of people come on, especially on Rest Africa FM, and they say so many things about you. For me, if I start from now till tomorrow, it's not going to be enough. I can go on and on and on like that. And I would just want to say God will preserve your life. God will always make you happy because you strive to make people happy. And that's something that we got in shortcomings in this day and age now. And yes, we got to do a whole lot. Cradle Radio, WrestleFreak FM. We're live eventually. I mean, WrestleFreak is a forerunner for people like me. It's been in operation for a long time, and it can only get better from here. So you're gonna be seeing a whole lot from us from now on.
And I want to say a very big thank you to you for those kind words. But side by side, thanking me, I want to thank you too.
Mm,
It's one thing to want to push a fellow soldier,
mm,
to trudge along in the journey and not get tired. It's
that's
another
right.
thing for the other person to listen and say, hey, I believe what you're telling me makes sense and I'm going to run with it. There have been times in the past when I wanted to call you and say, hey, what's happening? When are we going to try this? When are you going to just do something?
That's
And
right.
I'll be like, I hope it doesn't fall, you know, on a wrong soil. I hope it's not a wrong time. And all these things, we also have to be sensitive enough to know when to say them, you know,
Mm,
considering that each person has a whole lot they're carrying on their shoulders.
right.
So each time I say it, it was a huge risk, that it
Mm,
will fall on unpleasant grounds. But by grace, both of us have been able to hold each other's hands.
that's
And
right.
it takes two outstretched hands for two
That's
people
right.
to clutch each other and be able to work together. So I want to thank you too for indulging me, even at points where it seemed like some kind of excess, when I say, hey, let's do this, let's do this. Today is the day. And it's easy for people out there to watch this and say how interesting, how nice, how beautiful.
Right.
But the
That's right.
bottom line is we've been talking about this for years. We've been trying a
Oh,
lot of things in the background.
you remember when you came around to Canada and
That's
we
right.
we were from 9 p.m. till 6 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
and even the people at home, people upstairs were still asking, oh, did they go out clubbing or where were they? Not realizing that we were just stuck in the studio, just doing what we've done over years, and we was just basically just tasking ourselves, going the 9 yards with it, and eventually this is where we are.
Yeah.
It's the same camera you were funneling with that day that's still showing me right now.
And it takes my mind to that moment when, after having dinner, we
Yeah,
both thought to just go downstairs briefly and check some things out.
that's right.
And around 9 p.m., we got in the studio hoping to hook things up and experiment and try some things out.
That's right.
We stayed there all through the night
That's right.
because we were trying to fix just one thing. Oh man!
It
And
was
we,
troubleshooting all night.
oh my gosh, we were trying to fix one thing. We will
That's
check on the
right.
internet. We will watch YouTube videos. We will
That's
ask
right.
Google. We will
That's
pause. We
that's
will
right.
unhook things and rehook things, and then around or leave everything in your hands to try. But here we are.
That's
I
right.
always believe that God can only bless that which you manifest.
That's
If you don't
that's
take a step, I mean, across
that's
all religions, you have to bring something forward like this for God to
that's
bless it.
that's really deep. And each and every time I say, when you and I talk, it's not like we always plan our meet or our talk to a desired time. But once we pick up a phone and talk with each other, it goes endless. I remember we spoke 2 days ago, and you were, just arriving to your vacation, and I realized, listen, man, I'm eating 2.5 hours into this guy's time already again. You know, at the end of the day, vacation is gonna be like a TED talk eventually. You know, and it's just, and one of the things that I'd always wanted was most of our discourse and things that we say within one another, when we rub minds. I know a lot of people probably learn and take one thing or the other from it, right? And it could be a blessing to somebody out there. And that's one of the things that in the coming weeks, I mean, our viewers will probably be listening and hearing all of this. We are bringing things in collaboration from two ends of the divide, and we'll probably be, showcasing it to you guys so you can actually pick one thing or the other. We're not Solomon, right? We're not the wisest people in the whole world, but sometimes we drop words that you can learn one or two from, and courtesy of the fact that we've played our role in a way of our sojourn as well, so we could teach a bit, one or two things to somebody out there who could just have it as a source of encouragement for whatever they're going through and what they need to do, which is really really important in this very day and age. I love doing this. Every time you see Rest Africa FM in the person of Papa T, you don't even know. Some people don't even realize that he's a musical artist. You know what I'm saying? they probably think, oh yeah, he talks good, but he's actually a musician. And he's been doing that for well over decades right now. I remember seeing your YouTube video with who was this reggae artist back in the day that
Oh, the man.
um Mandators, right? Oh my god. I looked at that. You didn't change. It seems you got an elixir you're using that you don't even share with people like me.
I'm a
You
vampire.
know, oh yeah, Vampirok. Hungarians would say it's Vampirok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is it Hungarians or Romanians? One of them goes like Vampirok. Anyways, it's such a beautiful thing. I'm looking at the background, I'm looking at this background, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So what do you think we go from here? Now, if you listen to us earlier on, because what we did was before now we were on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Spanking, well, there's so many names of this man. All right. So first off, get used to it. All right. Some people would say it's spanking. All right. Some people call him pooper. All right. I call him ranting. I call him everything that's in the book. All right. So get used to it. So sometimes I might say spanking and sometimes I might say ranting. So just pardon my excesses that way. That's it depends on my mood. I could call him Bombo sometime too, you know.
Ah,
So yeah, but
uh,
anyways, so you were playing the music of a lady earlier on. I still want to listen to that if you can, indulge me in that. It's a beautiful tune, and I've not immersed myself totally into it. But when I heard that first few seconds or minute, it was really, really interesting, as I will put it. And one of the things about it is, if you're listening to us on any other platform that talks about copyright and all that, every song that Resofik plays is got the copyright to this song. So we're
that's
not
right.
just